Well, back guys to Fog Racing, and it looks like Max Verstappen has signed a 5-year deal with Mercedes. Welcome back to the channel. And I tell you what, man, right? Max Verstappen to Mercedes, the biggest move since probably Lewis Hamilton to Ferrari, but it's probably the biggest move that could possibly be done at this current stage in Formula One. Max Verstappen, the current four-time champion, moving team, it doesn't get much bigger than that because he's at the peak of his bars. Like, say you want about Hamilton, right? He's not as good as he is. He's not, no, he is not as good as he was, right? So that just absolutely rules that out, in my opinion. But Max Verstappen, literally off the back of four world titles in a row, peaky as pars, and the fact that Mercedes are just willing to absolutely splash the cash to get him in just proves that. It really freaking does. I mean, I think Hamilton could take a bit of respite due to the fact that he's not actually been replaced by Verstappen. I think that would have been much worse. But speaking of replaced by Verstappen, who's it going to be? Well, all the evidence points towards George Russell. Now, according to Telegraph, Dutch media outlet, Max Verstappen has claimed that he has signed a 5-year deal and activated his exit clause with Mercedes AMG Petronas F1 team. The Dutchman is expected to make an announcement next week. Now, obviously, I actually thought this was the summer break, folks. Now, I know the summer break is traditionally at the end of July into the end of August, but we've actually got a double header at the end of July here. Then we take another 3 weeks, 4 weeks off, but we're currently in the middle of a 3 week break. I mean, it's weird. Like, we've got more races than ever, but now it feels like there's like more big breaks in a season than ever. Just a bit weird. Don't understand why it's playing out like that. Now it looks like the rumours are true. He touched down in Sardinia, Italy. That's also where George Russell was. Well, I'll say George Russell, Toto Wolff was. So it looks like this deal's going to go through, and it's going to be over $100 million all in. And it's unfair on George Russell, right? Let's not beat around the bush with it. It's incredibly unfair in George Russell. Guys put in a pretty good season, but like I said in a video the other day, right? If they truly want a guy to deliver a world title, who do you go with over Max Verstappen and George Russell? You go with Max Verstappen, right? The only thing I would say that would save George Russell for me is, why would you want Antonelli next to Verstappen and not Verstappen Russell? Because it causes less headaches, and I think that's what Mercedes are wanting at this stage of the game. But yeah, 5-year deal, rumour.